Hello beautiful people, I hope you're having an amazing day. You are a star, don't let anybody dim your light. Today we're going to talk about, ladies and fellas if you're watching this, why you keep repelling men, okay, and how we can attract more masculine men in our lives. I'm going to share with you from my own experiences, okay, and also, from experiences from my own friends, and of course, male and female, right? And how we can embody more attractive feminine energy that's going to, help you get the love that you desire, that relationship you desire. Let's go. If you haven't joined the TikTok fam, join us at Daniel J. Allen, Snapchat and Instagram, Daniel John Allen. And if you haven't joined the YouTube channel, you know what to do, press that button. Let's get it underway. So there are three major reasons why you keep repelling men, right? Why you keep repelling men, right? Or even a divine relationship, right? You might attract the men, but then they start to see these three main things, okay, that cause them to run for the hills, all right? So of course this can apply to men as well. However, we're just gonna focus more on the energy with the feminine and the masculine, and how, if you're a lady, if you're a woman, if you identify as a female, right? What these three traits are, right? So let's get into it. The first one, you guys, is you embody too much masculine energy, right? Basic law, opposites attract, right? Especially in relationships, right? If there's got to be a feminine and a masculine. You can have a bit of both, right? You can have a bit of both, but if both are in the feminine, if both are in the masculine, there's no sort of leadership going on, right? Or it feels like you're just best friends, or it feels like you're babying this guy, right? So you are too in your masculine. What does that mean, right? You are too focused on things like, for example, your career, planning, organizing, thinking, right? Your intellect, reading. You're constantly taking action. You are constantly on the go. You are constantly doing. You are constantly having a masculine frame, right? By providing, by protecting, by constantly being the bro of the group, by being the lookout, right? By doing a lot of fitness, a lot of sports, right? Doesn't mean it makes you less of a woman, right? But it just means you embody more masculine energy, right? More penetrating energy. That's what masculine energy is. It's penetrating, right? It's building, it's constructing, it's moving forward, it's progress. That's what masculine energy is. When you are in a masculine frame, and let's say, for example, you have this interest in a guy and he's masculine as well, it can be very hard for you to receive his energy when you are constantly the one also giving, right? You're both planning, someone's got to take some sort of leadership role, right? You can be co-pilots, but if that guy can see that you are too, for example, guarded, you are constantly like keeping yourself busy, he's going to get turned off. He is going to get turned off and he's going to repel. He's going to find someone who's a bit more feminine, who's a bit more softer, who's a bit more playful, more sensual, more sexual, more nurturing, more receiving, right? Less doing, more being, okay? He's going to want to be with that kind of female. Guarantee you, 100%. If you always wondered why, how come my ex ended up with someone else or that guy ended up with, it's because she was more feminine, right? She wasn't always studying. She wasn't always reading. She wasn't always doing, right? That's one of the major reasons why men get turned off or you repel men, right? So that's the first one. The next one, you guys, is controlling. You can be very controlling, especially more towards men who are a bit more submissive and passive, right? So when your insecurities come up and you want to feel a sense of control, right? A sense of control with men, especially in a relationship, right? You might have some codependencies, or you might have some issues with him taking on the role of leadership. You don't trust him, right? So you decide to try and control him, like, can you do this, do this, do that, do this for me, wipe my shoes, wipe my bum, right? All these things, like, You want to know where he is. You want to who you know he's talking to, and all these things, right? When you start to get controlling, it's going to turn the man off. It's going to repel him, because men love space. Men love space. Men love to do their own thing. Men want to be trusted in leadership, because you got to realize, guys, men are the providers of the family. Now, of course, women can provide too. Women can provide too. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay? But when a man doesn't feel like he's giving, right, and he feels like he's not contributing, he's going to start to sulk. He's going to resent you. He's going to feel like he's unworthy. And especially if you're a very dominant woman, right? If you're a very dominant woman and you start to take on that leadership role, he's going to start to feel insecure. He's going to start to embody more feminine traits. He'll start receiving. He'll start letting you take on the leadership roles. He will do the less of the planning, the dates, the activities, things like that. So you've got to trust him. Trust him. Allow him to take. Now, of course, it doesn't mean he gets to control you. It doesn't mean that he gets to decide what you want to do, right? It just means that he can allow you to relax, to allow you to embody more feminine energy, to sit in your body, to feel yourself, to really feel yourself, right? This is what's going to attract him. Not repelling, this is what's going to attract him, by trusting him, by giving him space, right? By giving him space, by working on your insecurities, right? By working on letting things happen. Surrender. Learn the art of surrender. That's what's going to attract him or men so much better. When you learn to surrender, when you learn to receive, and you learn to daydream a little bit, not always organize all the time, try to get everything perfect pitch, right? Picture perfect, right? Now, what's the last one? The final one, you guys. The last one that repels men, what really turns off men, okay, is when a woman does not respect him. He has daddy issues. He has issues with authority, right? Especially towards men, right? They live in such a feminism culture, right? And I'm not talking about the ones where, you know, equal rights and all that. It's just when you become so hyper independent that you always want to dominate and fight for your equal rights, especially, you know, it can get very sad, especially for men who do want that equal rights, right? They do want to have that equality, but when there's certain tasks where men should be doing them, right, and women should be doing them, right, then there becomes this imbalance, right? People will start fighting for certain positions, and men stop being men and women stop being women. This is what really turns off men, when you don't respect him, especially for something that he does passionately, or even just being who he is, right? You can have your differences. There's nothing wrong with having a difference of opinion. Nothing, right? You can have your differences, but when it gets to the point where you disagree with everything he says, right? You're always trying to dominate him. It's going to turn him off. Learn to be a bit more submissive. Learn to be a bit more agreeable, right? Especially if he's in the right. Okay? It doesn't mean he always has to be right, or he always has to have the last word or anything like that, right? Men just want to be respected at the end of the day. And I'm sure women do too, right? Respect goes both ways. However, if you don't allow him to be who he is, to voice who he is, allow him to share his presence in his own way, right? And you're trying to change him, right? You're always trying to change him. Ladies, women, us men, we hate it. We hate it, right? If you don't respect us, we will walk away. Just like that, we will immediately walk away. So these are the three major things, right? Controlling, okay, no respect, and of course the other one was just really being too masculine, right? So learn to embody more of your feminine energy, learn to receive, learn to embody more love and emotions and fun and play, and you're gonna attract so many more men in your life, I guarantee you. If you already are, you could just be more of one of the homeboys, right? But ultimately, it comes down to your energy, your respect, your level of respect, right? your ability to love yourself, right? For who you really are, okay? If you've got any questions, just DM me on Instagram and Snapchat, Daniel John Allen. Add us on TikTok as well. If you enjoyed this video, if this resonated with you, leave a comment down below. Subscribe and hit that notification button if you want to see more videos like this, okay? And check out the website. There's plenty of coaching services, one-on-one programs, 12-week programs, and lots of new amazing plant-based recipes. You can go check them out. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do you like the new setup? I've got to get some lighting here. I'll see you in the next one. We keep rising, stay woke, blessed, and alkalized. Peace out. Much love. Keep going. I appreciate you. Okay. It all comes down to energy. You got to remember the feminine and the masculine energies, right? What is your energy at the core? Embody that. And you're going to attract so much more beautiful potential partners, more divine partners, just like you. You are divine. I appreciate you. Keep going. Peace out.